What is up, ladies and gentlemen? So I am currently leaving Kansas right now. I packed up the car, got all my gear, food and everything, headed off to Colorado for the May 1st shed opener. As you probably know, you're not legally allowed to pick up any antlers from animals until May 1st west of that major highway running north and south from Denver. I forget what highway number it is, but basically anything in the mountains you can't take until May 1st. So it's currently April 30th and I am headed out from Kansas. It's a 9-hour drive. Another thing is I have never done this for shed hunting before. So I usually shed hunt in Kansas here, but I am headed off to Colorado, hopefully to find those elk antlers. And I've done e-scouting. Obviously I'm not there all winter long to see where the elk and stuff have been bedding, but hopefully just looking through onX, doing some research. This is I'm kind of going in the dark here, just blindly going into this, but we'll see if there's any success or not. But time will tell. I'll be there in about 9 hours, and I guess we'll cut to when I'm there. And we are driving into the mountains finally. Got about 2.5 hours until the trailhead I'm going to. So still got a ways to go, but we've booked quite a few hours in already. Got some muleys. It's like they're all pinned up in here, yeah. Look at that. Look at all those, some little antlers starting on them. So finally made it. It's getting dark already, so we're about to just camp and then start off in the morning. I really don't know if this is gonna produce anything at all. I'm hoping it will, of course, but like I said, kind of going into this blind, so we'll see if we can get into anything. I mean, I saw quite a bit of mule deer with some antlers starting, some velvet antlers, some turkeys. Didn't see any elk, but we'll see. I mean, see what happens tomorrow, I guess. All right, it's the next morning, just after sunrise. Hydrated a little bit, ate a little bit of food, and now we're heading out. So let's see what we get into today. All right, so I hiked like 4 miles this morning. It's maybe around 9 right now. I was supposed to be in some backcountry, and it ended up being a trail which was not marked on onX or any other website. It ended up being like a man-made trail along this river, and I saw where it was opening up. It just wasn't good habitat for elk. It's just way too rocky, steep. It's more like bighorn sheep out here, so I've seen some mule deer signs, but nothing close to even any elk sign at all. So I turned around before I went too deep because I just knew it wasn't gonna produce. It wasn't the right spot. So I'm gonna go back and do a little bit more looking on my onX. I have a couple more spots marked, and probably go over to one of those. I'm just hiking up this steep edge right here. What do we think? Is it elk tracks? Tiny little mule deer or something, I don't know. I've seen a bunch of these little prints, but no sign of any elk, but pretty nice view over there. All right, so just took off on hike number 2. Drove 30 minutes to this other spot that I kind of scouted online with onX, so we'll see if we get into any sign at all. Habitat's looking a little bit better than the other one, so we'll just see. We'll start trekking around and hopefully find something. All right, I just climbed up to the top of this ridge. It's not fresh, but that's fine. There's definitely some elk poop right there. It is May 1st, like I said. So they should have already shed, so it doesn't need to be super fresh sign, because I'm not looking, weeks or a month ago. So at least there's some elk sign. That's the second kind of pile I found. So we'll find out. Let's just keep looking. Some pretty thick stuff. I'm still going along. Finally got on top of a ridge. It's been following some trails. I mean, not a whole lot of sign up here. I've seen a bunch of some deer poop, but I haven't really seen much elk sign. But we'll see if we run into something. I'm at 7,500 feet elevation. I don't know how many miles I've gone. I've got to check, but I've been going a ways. I went up this whole mountain, so let's keep going. Once again, we didn't get anything. There's not the sign that there needs to be in order to find some antlers. So there's a good amount of elk poop, probably just cow elk, and then quite a bit of mule deer poop, but I didn't see a single rub this entire time. I'm just not in the right area both times. I traveled a half an hour from where I was last time. I'm thinking about moving, I don't know. I'll have to move a ways, but man, I just need to find the spot where they've been bedding, and I know I'll post them. I'll put the miles in. I've probably only done like 10 miles today, but just not all in the wrong area. So I'm gonna go back to the car and I don't know, make a new game plan. All right, so day one is complete, which is May 1st. I found nothing, but it was actually a success. And by that, I mean, I have now gotten to a decent area for some elk. I saw some guy come down the mountain with an ATV and he had an antler in the back. I saw one. It was a pretty big bed, but it looked like an older one. But either way, I know this place will produce. I have a pretty good feeling about tomorrow. Just the two areas I went to today, I don't even think that any elk had been bedding there. I saw some sign, but nothing too crazy. I think that's going to change tomorrow. I think we're going to find something, but I know we're in a good spot, so I'll cut to it tomorrow when I'm taking off in the morning. All right, it's 5:30 a.m. It's 25 degrees outside. It's absolutely freezing, but let's get going. All right, well, I was walking through all this sagebrush. Ended up being a little quiet because I saw some mule deer I don't really want to scare, but walking through this, found a skull. Right there. I mean, I thought it was like a cow elk maybe, or if it, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty big, but I was thinking, oh, the ivories are gone, but I think that's just where the teeth were right there. But then up here, we got a body of something. I don't know that it's an elk. It's pretty small. It must be just a bigger mule deer or something. But yeah, bones everywhere. But let's see if we can pull something from this. Let's keep going. Still nothing yet, but I've been following these elk tracks for a while. I know there's quite a few cows in here, but I did see some for sure bull tracks, so I'm gonna just keep following wherever these were going, see if we end up somewhere. Let's hope. All right, I was going up this mountainside, and I may have found a tine, unless it's just some other bone. Nope. That is probably just a bone, never mind. Let's keep going. Well, found another skull from a little mule deer. There's still quite a bit of sign. This is mule deer poop, but there's been a lot of poop everywhere. And good tracks. There's a nice rub right there. That's probably mule deer from how low it is, but I'm telling you, there's gotta be something out here. I think I'm at about 4.5 miles for this morning so far, so keep going. I'm on 6 3/4 of a mile today. Still have not found a single antler. Found maybe 2 or 3 dead deer. But for whatever reason, we just cannot find an antler. There's been so much sign everywhere, so much poop. I'm just kind of going to this backcountry where I feel like they've been bedding a little farther away from people. But man, I'm surprised I haven't turned up anything yet. We'll see. Ladies and gents, it is safe to say I am on the board. Let me show you. Hiking down this ridge over here. Going down over here. See a pile of bones? A massive dead head. Oh my goodness. That is huge. Definitely packing this sucker out. Does that count? Am I on the board? I don't know. So I just found another one. On the body over there. Came by, found the head. I mean, number 2? Not really. Obviously I'm not keeping these, but man, I just want to find something out here. That's crazy. Let's keep going. I think we're a little past 8 miles for the day, which is not crazy, but it is like 1 o'clock, so Let's get back to it. Got some mule deer right there staring at me. Right up there. All right, this is not what I was expecting to find. So we got some elk poop, okay? Probably just some cow elk. Over here we got some like mule deer poop. And I'm headed off to, I don't know if you can see, this little sage brush over here. Just a big flat area. I'm like, okay, let me knock in some antlers, whatever. So I start zigzagging down, you know, check for antlers and stuff. I'm coming over here. I just found a firearm. Looks like a high, is it a high point? Dude, this thing's been out here a while. I don't know if I should touch this because no, I'm gonna grab it. Screw it. Let's see what this is. It's a Beretta. I thought it looked like a high point. I was like, damn it, some cheap handgun. I don't know if that's a 9. This must have fell out of someone's pack. Let me look at this a little more. Yeah, so it's a Beretta PX4 hammer fire, which I've never owned a hammer fire before. I actually have my 10mm with me now. I got a SIG P320 X10, but this thing is rusted like crazy. It's been out here a while. Look at that. I guess I'm gonna pack it out, and I don't know if I'm gonna have to and give it to the police or something. I'm not sure, but that's not what I was expecting to find. I'd much rather have had an elk antler, but or even a mule deer shed. I mean, I'm just trying to find something. I guess we get a gun. All right, well, going through the sage, we made it. Got a good rub there. Probably a mule deer, I'm assuming. It's a little tall. I mean, it's about 6.5 feet tall, but probably a mule deer. Nothing too crazy. I don't know. Some branches snapped off, but I'm telling you, there's gotta be sheds somewhere. Let's keep looking. All right, guys. Predicament. All right. I know it looked goofy. I got my ears out. I just wanted to hear if I'm being attacked by a mountain lion or something. So, while protecting my neck from the sun. But anyways, I actually did find a deadhead this time. And it's really not even worth backing out. But just because I found absolutely nothing, I want to, but it's probably gonna smell absolutely terrible. So let me show you guys. I was just walking down this ridge and stumbled upon this guy. So far it doesn't smell, but I definitely think it will. There's little spikes on them. 2 little spikes. Oh, damn. Yeah. It smells, but I don't know. Let's see what we can do. All right, we got him on the pack. Let's get out of here. At least I'm on the board, kind of. Does that count? No deadhead, but no actual sheds, which is unfortunate so far, but let's keep going. All right, stumbled upon another massive deadhead, as you can see. Big ol' mule deer. It's gotta be at least 200 inches, probably. And right next to this cow elk school. Someone must have already found this because the ivories are gone, but I think the body's up here. There must be a mountain lion in the area or something. Look, more fresh elk poop right there. I'm telling you, I'm in a great zone for these elk. I just cannot pull a shed to save my life from out of here. I don't know how many miles I've done today. Probably at least 12 maybe. Yeah, here's that lower jaw and some of the body from that cow. Let's keep on going. All right, walking. We have our first official shed of the trip. It is about, let's see, I'd say 24 years old. I would assume it would have to be a mule deer. It looks like a whitetail, but the mule deer's got that tiny little brow tine, so I assume which is a super old mule deer shed. I guess I'm gonna pack it out because it's my only one I found. Sweet, nice pink to it. All right, I know it's super windy, but I was walking along this fence line, came across this. I don't know if this was just a doe mule deer or a buck, but I think it's someone cut. I'm pretty sure they took the head, so probably was a little buck, I'm assuming, but the head's gone. I thought it was caught in here and died, but someone's already found it before me, so we'll leave that there. Keep going. All right, so that wraps up that day. It is now the next morning. It's May 3rd. I know my eyes are red. I look like I'm high in Colorado, but I promise you I'm a sober man. My eyes are just burning from basically being sunburned. But anyways, long story short, I actually found the owner of that gun and returned it to the owner, and he gave me an absolute monster mule deer shed. So that is awesome, as well as some great information of places to go look. So I'm actually going to, here in like 30 minutes, gonna head out to a new spot. They told me the spot I was at yesterday is poached pretty bad, so that's probably why I didn't find much. They said normally they find so many mule deer sheds out there, and I most definitely would have found some. But anyways, we'll head out there to a new spot, and I'll catch you guys in a minute. All right, so we just got over here. I'm gonna walk up to this spot, and we'll get to looking. All right, finally made it to the top of one ridge. Gonna hop on over to another one. Seen quite a bit of boot tracks. This is one of the spots that were given to me. So I assume it's pretty good. He made it sound like it's pretty good, so we'll see if we can turn anything up. Let's go. All right, so this trip, this is my first shed that's not completely destroyed. You guys saw that tiny little mule deer that had been there for like 6 years, probably completely chalked. Literally broke when it touched a branch. I just found my first shed. You know, it's probably at least a year old, a couple of years, but it's a decent size, so let's go grab it. I'm just walking through all this great sign through here with like no boot tracks over here. There was some coming up the mountain. And if you can see that sucker right there, pretty good size. A little older, but he's still somewhat fresh. Oh yeah. Can barely get the thing in frame. It's a pretty good size, so that is an awesome antler. Oh, sweet. That's either, actually, it's really hard to tell if that was from last year or if that's this year, because I know they dropped, you know, it's been a couple months since they've actually dropped. It's May 3rd now, so that might be from this year actually. But it's a pretty solid one. I'm happy. Let's keep going. So there's all kinds of poop out here. A lot of sign. And then we got a rub right here. Still haven't found anything quite yet since first shed, which came pretty early in this hike, so we'll see if we can pull anything else out of here. All right, so I'm walking right through here, okay? I kind of look over here, I see a little bit of white behind there. I'm like, okay, it's a bone, just from a dead animal. You know, there's a little one right there as well. And then I just happen to turn around and spot this right there. Nice little shed. This one actually looks to be a little older. I think that other one was this year's drop. Let's go grab this. Sweet. Yeah. This one maybe was a year old. It's a little cracked, but not bad at all. Still a great antler. Look at that. Had a little point coming off the back. Not bad at all. Sweet. I will take that. All right, I'm walking through here. Peek over here. What do you know? Let's go grab it. So this is the smallest one so far from out here in this spot. Nice little 3-point. Looks like it was probably this year. Yeah, I think it was this year, just a couple months old, but nice, we'll take it. All right, just stumbled upon another one. Let's grab this. Another little guy, little 2-point. Oh yeah. But I will take it. About a year old, a little bit of cracking, but can't beat it. You just can't be outside. Can't beat being outside doing this, so I'm happy for everything. Well, it is extremely windy, so sorry about that, but I think I did a light on trail, probably like 4 miles, so I think I averaged like 1 shed a mile. But fortunately, it is time to head back to Kansas, where I'm from. So I'm heading out now. It was a pretty successful trip. I was insane. Found a handgun in the mountains. It was a 40. Insane story, but I ended up getting it back to the owner without contacting the police or anything. And he gave me that monster mule shed. So that was awesome. As well as got a couple connections out of that, helping me out with spots. But we're headed out now, so I'll show you guys a recap of when I get back to the car. All right, sorry about the wind again. It's followed me from Kansas to Colorado, I guess, but So for total, we went 5.3 miles total. That includes getting to the spot, not even looking, but so probably about 4 miles total looking. Got the small little 3-point, got this bigger 2-point, and then we got this year-old, pretty nice 4-point with a little tine coming out the back. This one's pretty sweet. Still in great condition. Only a year old, pretty big. And then we got a this year's shed. Probably dropped a couple months ago, but tine's down, so the backside was a little white, but that was all right. Beautiful sheds, a beautiful day. Time to pack it up and go home.